What's up, guys? It is Thursday, February 16th. It's 11:52 a.m. and this is the crypto newsletter. First, I want to give a shout out. Fitzy did this nice recognition post, and also D-Man, Tyrone, my man, thank you. Modern Sword, Nate, thank you as well too, man. I'm so excited about this community and just like where we're going to be at the end of this year. We've been on top of it and everybody's been on top of it as well that's in this community. And I'm just excited to have our first Stargate meetup. That's for sure. A couple of drinks. You know, I don't want to have drinks on the Zoom. I want to meet up in person, have a couple, right? So I'm excited for that to happen once we see this moon take place. So we're going to keep dishing out the heat. We're going to keep dishing out the videos. We're going to keep dishing out the indicators, keep dishing out the plays, and we're going to keep grinding here. So I appreciate you guys. I'm living my best life right now. I'm living my dream, and it's because of you guys that are watching right now, you guys in the Discord, you guys that are in the VIP inner circle who are supporting the movement here. I love it all. So very appreciate the posts and appreciate everybody that's watching this as well as in the Discord. And I'll put the link in the bio for people who want to join the Discord. Starting off with it, we're going to recap, see what the dollar is doing right now. Let's see the market. Floki, dude, Floki is raving right now. Unbelievable. So Floki, for the people who got in, shoot a comment because we were laying that out publicly. We said Floki and we're seeing the effects of it. Also, even last night, we said we had our eyes on Matic and Matic is in like the top 3 of gainers today. So we definitely have the pulse of this market on lock. Chain doing well. It's holding up. Songbird's finding some life. Energy Web. So we're seeing the market, a lot of green. We're looking at the dollar right now. We're seeing that the dollar broke out for a sec, but it's pulling back down here. And what's crazy is we saw Bitcoin break out. And the dollar didn't even break down. Just wait until the dollar breaks down and goes on its meltdown number 2. We haven't even seen the fuel on this fire yet as far as the crypto melt up. And I'm excited for that to play out. We're going to have such a good couple months here, good first half of the year. And then we're going to be laid up. We're going to have a nice summer. And we're going to come back strong to end off this year. So dollar's looking like it wants to curl over. We're seeing cross downs here. So that's just going to put fuel on the fire. We got some Femex longs in. We're tracking it. We're with the dogs. We're barking in the Discord with the day trading dogs. Real time down here. We're making these plays. You see, they're barking. They want more. So yeah, if you want to join the day trading dogs, that's one of the VIP channels. So join the Discord and say, hey, I want to be a day trading dog too. We'll get you situated with the white glove. But as we jump into here, we got exciting era for cross-border payments as ISO20022 standard is globally introduced in March 23. BNY Mellon shares benefits for banks and customers with SWIFT at Sibos. Is Sibos going on right now? I wonder if it's going on. Let me follow that. Nah, I mean, this is back 2022. I think it might be in November, but globally introduced this new standard. We're going to have to click this and read this. So, sponsored by Swift. This is legitimate. We got cross-border payments are entering an exciting new era with the global introduction of the data-rich ISO20022 standard. To find out what outcomes banks and customers can look forward to, Swift's Stephen Lindsay spoke to Isabel Schmidt, co-head of payment products at BNY Mellon. The payments industry continues its rapid evolution. The adoption of the ISO20022 data standard is helping speed up the move towards greater integration and digitalization of the entire payments space. It's also supporting the drive for enhanced interoperability, creating more visible, usable data and analytics. All of this is helping banks understand their customers, how best to serve them, and ultimately create better outcomes for the industry as a whole. The starter's pistol is ready and will soon be out of the blocks for the global migration of cross-border payments to the ISO20022 standard beginning in March 2023. Yo, whoever wrote this was fire. This just gave me a little bit of chills. The starter's pistol is ready. Will soon be out of the blocks for the global migration of cross-border payments to the ISO20022 standard beginning in March 2023. Huge. This is huge. We have several exciting years ahead as we move towards the final destination of having all domestic and cross-border payments using rich and structured data. I was curious to understand from BNY Mellon about the bank's perspective on the benefits. It seems intuitive that the global payment sector should have the same standard use end-to-end, and that the standard should be rich, with important information that can travel with the payments. What are the real business benefits Isabel expects both banks and, more importantly, customers to experience? So we're looking for material improvements in the form of payments efficiency. Rich data on its own isn't very helpful. It has to be structured, and that really is the big benefit of this standard. So improvements in payment efficiency, one of the key drivers in moving to ISO for payments is that it gives participants richer and more structured data than the industry currently has. This leads to significant operational benefits. We're looking for material improvements in the form of payment efficiency. Rich data on its own isn't very helpful. It has to be structured, and that really is the big benefit of the standard. Having rich data and structured data allows you to do a lot of the validations required for seamless end-to-end execution upfront. At the moment, most of these important validations happen somewhere in the middle of the transaction process and can't always be done efficiently. However, with ISO, a bank is able to complete many of the required validations at the very start of the transaction process and make sure that the payment is viable. There's a direct client impact because as a bank, you can say upfront to your originating client, your payment will get there as you expect it to. There's newfound confidence, therefore, that the new standard brings to both banks and end clients who have very important, often very large, very meaningful outcomes directly linked with the moving of money safely and securely around the world. This is pure operational efficiency, eliminating pain points and friction. A significant reduction in false positives. Structured data also means improved compliance processes. We anticipate a significant reduction in false positives. And as we go down here, having structured data allows banks to make sure that all their compliance processes are correctly aligned with the payment while the payment is in process, as well as after the transaction is complete. A system that can distinguish between a person living on Cuba Street as opposed to living in Cuba, the country, is an important distinction. The ISO20022 standard is predicted to eliminate a significant portion of false positives, thereby saving banks money and allowing valuable resources to be directed toward analyzing real risks. The breadth of identifiers that can be embedded in the payments allows us to improve the quality of the risk checks we do. That means, for one, you eliminate the noise, which means eliminating costs, and you can then spend a lot more energy on the risks you actually want to identify. Then better payments for customers, better payments experience. So as we go down here, this is just the beginning. High quality payments data is becoming a reality with ISO 20022 and sets an exciting foundation for future innovation in payments. Some of the questions banks should be asking themselves: what can I do for my clients when I have an understanding of who they transact with, when they transact, and how they transact? What actionable information can I extract from this rich and structured data? We've only started scratching the surface of these questions as an industry. That's why, alongside the very real benefits of adopting the standard for payments, now banks can also look forward to exciting new possibilities in the future. So very big stuff there on that, and how ISO is going to be a game changer for the globe as far as these payment efficiencies goes. And it's going to lay out the foundation of this new financial system that's upon us. So why the SEC treats Ripple and Ethereum differently? It's no longer active. They got rid of it. But I think someone scooped it up. Let me see if I can find it here. All right, so here's the full Forbes article they deleted. So why the SEC treats Ripple and Ethereum differently, it walks through it. It's talking about the Hinman speech. As the regulatory scholar, I'm concerned about the inconsistency, conflicts of interest, and somebody, laid down the gavel on it and said, take this off. And that's what we saw. So it may be a high legal hurdle for the SEC to claim that the Hinman speech was a sufficient regulatory guidance and then refuse to make public the backup of the speech. While such open internet rules are pro-offered to ensure the next Google, they do the opposite by imposing a set of price and traffic controls that limit the ability of entrant services and applications to compete and differentiate. So there we go. Calling them out, but somebody laid down the gavel and said, take that off. We don't want people seeing that. So Mr. Man, shout out to him. It was his birthday yesterday. So light him up with some birthday messages. We believe that the cross-border payments industry will have the maturity by November 2023 to support data-rich ISO 20022 transactions. Let's hear it.
By November 2023, market Great Britain pound, Australia dollar, the ZAR, the CHF, don't know what that is, and USD, only chips of USD will support ISO natively and pass on data-rich payment orders. Wire fund service will follow in March 2025. All right. So just so we're clear, only chips will go live in 2020. Fedwire comes in 2025. In addition, the transaction manager will be fully available to support data integrity across the corresponding banking chain, regardless of currency. We believe that the cross-border payments industry will have the maturity by 2023. The maturity, that's what we're waiting for here, to support data-rich ISO transactions. By November 2023.
There we go. So this is the year that all this unfolds. Now we have 24 hours crypto. If you think that Ripple posts all of its customers on its website, you're mistaken. There are hundreds of customers who are not listed or even named yet. 100% true.
Surprised to announce our customer relationships when our partners are ready to announce that, and is part of working with the industry and not kind of trying to surprise them. Right. We will make those announcements when we and our customers are ready.
I can't wait till the big Amazon announcement is kind of laid out publicly. Same with Uber. I'm sure that they're partnered. It just makes sense given that these international companies, they need that on-demand liquidity to go in and out of these local currencies. So it just makes sense for them to partner with them. So then we have this. Why did the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum suddenly rise today? We found that several funds, institutions poured nearly 1.6 billion into the crypto market since February 10th. It's only been 6 days. That is why we found it, or that's why we pumped. And that's the thing. These institutions know bottom is in, and we were on it. We were saying bottom is in. Yesterday we said market melt up continues, and what did it do? It continued, and I don't think we've seen the end of it yet. So we got this. So this is the first time the altcoin market total 2 has been above the 200 moving average on the daily in more than a year. Beautiful retest so far. Above equals bullish, below equals bearish. In the past, altcoins have given significant rises higher after the 200 MA line held. So COVID crash, we were below it, we got above, and then we went. We held it here or got back above, we went. When we got below it, we got rejected, went down, rejected here, went down. We've held it once, twice, 3 times. We're popping up. We're ready to make a new high. So altcoin season is upon us, man. It's going to be fun. So get ready for it. Then we have this. We got Charlie Munger. Let's hear it.
I'm going to create something that sort of replaces the national currency. It's like saying I'm going to replace the national air, you know. It isn't even slightly stupid. It's massively stupid. And we're totally wrong. And of course, I'm not proud of my country for allowing this crap. Good, it's crazy. It's antisocial to allow a Chinese leader. He says, not in my China. Oh, well. He's right and we're wrong.
Yo, this makes me want to call up my grandpa to pull up on Charlie Munger and give him the 1-2 punch. That's ridiculous. That I wonder if he actually genuinely believes that, to be honest. Totally ridiculous. I might call my grandpa, tell him, pull up on Charlie Munger, give him the 1-2, smack some sense into this guy. Sure needs it. So we got Wyoming lawmakers pass bill that prevents individuals from being forced to disclose their private keys in court. You love to see it. This is real protection of the consumer, not what the SEC is doing, that's for sure. So I would love to see more states do this, and honestly a federal thing for this to be the case, and more kind of pro-consumer kind of laws and bills being passed. So BNY Mellon updated ISO20022 migration schedule. Client to BNY Mellon, March 2023. We got a lot of March 2023 here. October 2023. Anticipated in 2023. March 2023. October 2023. May 2023. November 2023. March 2023. March 2024. So I wonder if there's anything here as far as like, let's see, interbank direct debit. NA. So based on cross-border payments, reporting plus portfolio available March 2023 via Fin Plus network. Okay. So supported in the interbank relay scenario is 5. Let's see. Right over here. Okay. March 2023. So yeah, a lot of it is being implemented by March of this year. And then the rest of it will be implemented by November. And then the final kind of wrap up of it will be in 2024, March and April. So we're right on par, right on schedule. There's going to be no delay. Then we have this, love the influx. And this is Monica Long. I think she's now the president of Ripple. Yeah. So love the influx of crypto players focusing on payments as a real world use case. As we know very well, the baseline ability for fast, efficient, scalable, and cheap movement of value is the key to opening up a broader list of real world utility, lending, tokenization, etc. So payments and this ISO standard that's being implemented very soon here, and Ripple being at the forefront of enabling that, is the first step to then having all these other real world utility applications pop up, like lending and tokenization. So Ripple and XRP are first. That's for sure. Then you have Brad Garlinghouse following up. Just take a look at our customer list with a wink. Let's see. Look at it. Like Bank of America, SBI, you got SCB, Banco Rendimento, BTEC, SAB, Tranglo, Palau, Novati. So like you really have a lot of big players partnered up with Ripple. You have Santander. Yeah, there's a lot. And just like I was reading earlier, they haven't announced all of them. And they've been saying they have over 300 customers since 2017. So they should start saying we have over 3,000 customers or businesses they work with, because that's more likely the scenario rather than staying stagnant at over 300 for the past 5 years now. And definitely like with all these other kind of connections they have, like by partnering, let's say, with Earthport via Visa, then like you have all these other like modular, say that's like one that's an API that's connected with a bunch of other companies. So by partnering at one, you can partner with like say 10 or 30. So it's likely along the lines of 3,000, even probably more, based off of partnering with one of these gateways that have partners with a bunch of other companies utilizing their software. So that's what we're going to be seeing. We got ISO, the big bang coming up. The starting pistols are ready. The starter pistol, yep, will soon be out the blocks. That's for sure. Couple months here. I mean, no, I'm still thinking it's a January. Well, with the price action we've been seeing, it's been feeling like it. But we're a month away. We're literally a month away. Get your moon boots on. And I'm not saying that, oh, right when this happens, there's going to be a huge spike in crypto. I'm not saying that's the case, but like this is setting up the scene for it. It's setting up the scene for the huge spike. And it's no surprise that cryptos are spiking right now, even with the dollar kind of leveled out. So interesting times ahead. It's going to be fun. And I can't wait to spend these times with you guys. So get ready. Join the Discord. Link will be in the bio. I'll see you guys in there. And I'm going to be doing a deep dive on a coin that I just remembered back when I was going through the Discord. I remembered it back from last year that I found. And it's looking like a very, very undercover gem. Has the easy potential of a 10x, but also the potential of 100x. So I'm going to do a deep dive on that coin today because it's still low and it's not on anybody's radar. So I want to make sure that I deep dive on it, give it the smell check, and then let all our VIPs know. So be on the lookout for that video. It won't be on YouTube. It will be in the Discord in the private channels. If you want access to that, come join the Discord, say, hey, I want the white glove, and we'll deliver it to you. So that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.